Welcome back to the Victory Education Lounge, everyone. I'm your host, Maurice, and today we're continuing our deep dive into malaria with part 2, the life cycle of the malaria parasite. Before we begin, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or experiences. Your engagement helps us reach more people with this vital information. In our last video, we covered the basics of malaria. Today we're going to explore the fascinating and complex life cycle of the parasite that causes this devastating disease. Understanding this life cycle is crucial for developing effective prevention and treatment strategies. Did you know that the life cycle of the malaria parasite begins and ends with the mosquito? Our unassuming mosquito is pivotal in the life of the Plasmodium parasite causing malaria. Here's how it works. When an infected female Anopheles mosquito feeds on a human, it injects sporozoites, immature malaria parasites, into the bloodstream. These tiny intruders, like minuscule Trojan horses, are swift, reaching the liver within minutes. Here's where phase 2 of their life cycle starts. After some stages of development, some parasites become gametocytes, the parasite's sexual form, which can continue the life cycle once inside a mosquito again. These patiently wait in the bloodstream until another mosquito feeds. This uninfected mosquito unknowingly ingests the gametocytes, bringing them back to where our story started. Inside the mosquito, the gametocytes mature into a zygote, forming an oocyst, which releases new sporozoites. These sporozoites make their way to the mosquito's salivary glands, ready to enter the next human host, restarting the malaria cycle. This is the mosquito's role, this intricate process. It's an adaptation story, a parasite using humans and mosquitoes for its survival. But what happens inside the human body? Let's delve into that next. Once in the human bloodstream, the sporozoites journey to the liver. This critical stage in the life cycle of the malaria parasite, Plasmodium, is where things begin to unfold. The sporozoites invade the liver cells, known as hepatocytes, slipping in unnoticed, hiding from the immune system. Inside, they grow and multiply, transforming into schizonthes. These structures are like tiny factories, producing merozoites. The liver cells, oblivious to the hidden threat, continue their usual functions. After 5 to 16 days, the schizonthes burst open. This pivotal moment marks the end of the liver stage. The release of merozoites is timed to coincide with the mosquito's peak biting times, typically early morning or late evening. This increases the chances of the merozoites being picked up by a mosquito during the next blood meal, ensuring life cycle continuation. The liver stage is symptomless. The infected individual feels normal during this phase. It's a quiet precursor to the blood stage, which presents familiar malaria symptoms. However, we'll delve into that in the next video. For now, let's marvel at the complexity and cunning of this microscopic parasite, which has managed to outsmart us for centuries. The merozoites, now in the bloodstream, have one primary target: red blood cells. This is called the blood stage in the malaria parasite's life cycle, which is crucial for the disease's progression. The merozoites aim to invade red blood cells. Once inside, they multiply swiftly, forming schizonthes. This invasion, formation, and multiplication process is systematic, each stage vital for the parasite's survival. The cycle continues when, after nearly 2 to 3 days, the schizonthes rupture, releasing more merozoites into the bloodstream. This repeating pattern of invasion, multiplication, and release is directly tied to the fever cycles seen in malaria. As schizonthes burst, releasing merozoites, fever spikes occur. The fever then eases, only to rise again with the next release of merozoites. Interestingly, not all merozoites continue this cycle. Some transform, evolving into a distinct form, a key adaptation for the parasite's survival and spread. These transformed merozoites, known as gametocytes, look different but share the same mission: to ensure the parasite's survival and spread. Unlike their counterparts, gametocytes don't cause malaria symptoms but are crucial for transferring the parasite from humans to mosquitoes, continuing the parasite's life cycle. In summary, the blood stage of the malaria parasite's life cycle is a cycle of invasion, multiplication, and release, driving the symptoms and setting the stage for transmission. Not all merozoites continue this cycle. Some develop into a different form, leading us to the gametocyte stage. Some merozoites take a different path and develop into male and female gametocytes. As the malaria parasite's life cycle goes on, certain merozoites take an alternate path. Instead of causing destruction like their counterparts, they mature into gametocytes. These entities are the parasite's way of ensuring survival, as they wait patiently in the bloodstream for a mosquito to arrive. Think of them as undercover agents circulating stealthily amongst red blood cells, preparing for their crucial mission. That mission? To catch a ride with a mosquito and reinitiate the cycle in a new host. When a mosquito bites a human with these gametocytes, it unknowingly picks up these secret passengers. Consumed with the blood, they end up in the mosquito's gut, where they mature into male and female gametes. These gametes fuse together to create a zygote. This zygote transforms into an oocyst, bursting to release innumerable sporozoites. These sporozoites then journey to the mosquito's salivary glands, poised to be injected into the next human. In this manner, the cycle is completed, bringing us back to where we started. The gametocyte stage is a critical step in the life cycle of the malaria parasite. It's the gateway through which the parasite ensures its survival and propagation, moving from human to mosquito and then back to human again. It's a fascinating, if somewhat terrifying, example of nature's ingenuity and persistence. Understanding the malaria parasite's life cycle helps us devise effective strategies for managing and preventing the disease. Let's discuss the different approaches. Initially, we target the liver stage, aiming to prevent multiplication in the liver and halting the disease before symptoms, such as with the RTS-S vaccine. However, developing effective drugs or vaccines remains a challenge. Subsequently, we target the blood stage, providing relief with existing drugs like artemisinin-based combination therapies. The drawback here is the risk of drug resistance. Transmission-blocking strategies are another approach, essential for reducing spread and leading to potential elimination. Primaquine is an example, killing gametocytes, yet it can't aid those already infected and needs widespread use to succeed. Vector control strategies impact the mosquito stage, benefiting communities through methods like insecticide-treated bed nets. However, continued effort is needed, and some methods pose environmental concerns. Finally, combination approaches attack multiple stages, lowering resistance risk. The Garki project exemplifies this approach, offering a comprehensive response, albeit complex to implement and potentially pricier. By understanding and targeting the life cycle of the malaria parasite, we can make strides controlling this devastating disease. As we conclude this deep dive into the malaria parasite's life cycle, remember that every stage presents an opportunity for intervention. Researchers, healthcare workers, and communities around the world are working tirelessly to exploit these opportunities and end the scourge of malaria. In our next video, we'll explore the global impact of malaria and the progress we've made in the fight against this disease. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Together, we can make a difference in the fight against malaria. For those of you who are passionate about helping to eradicate malaria, consider making a difference by donating to United to Beat Malaria. Just click the link in the description below to contribute to this life-saving cause. Disclaimer: the information provided in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Any health-related decisions should be discussed with a licensed physician. Always consult healthcare professionals for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.